will introduce Alison, and then we're all going to have a bit of sing. That'd be brilliant. Thank you, Alison.
Okay. The floss. Hello, Birmingham. Hello. It's great to be here with you today. It's wonderful to all come together, parents, teachers, support staff, unions and members of Parliament. It's so powerful to all stand together and say to the government that their cuts to school funding are a national scandal. It's so powerful to come together and say enough is enough is enough. The government claims that there are no schools cuts and that schools will see a rise in funds this year. We say, stop lying. We can see with our own eyes what is happening the length and breadth of this country. When a quarter of secondary schools are already running a deficit, school funding is in crisis. When 4,000 children with SEND statements have no state education provision whatsoever, school funding is in crisis. When head teachers send out begging letters to parents to prop up school funds, school funding is in crisis. How are the cuts affecting you? How are they affecting your children? We are asking you to please share your stories and send them to www.saveourschools.uk so that we can broadcast them far and wide. I feel honoured to be here speaking on behalf of Save Our Schools, a national campaign which I helped to found with a small group of mums in Brighton. We finally decided we'd had enough. We decided to act, to vocalise our feelings about the multiple ways in which this government is failing our children and gravely damaging our education system through absurd policies and massive cuts. We started by talking to fellow parents, our head teachers and our local MPs, Caroline Lucas, Peter Kyle and Lloyd Russell Moyle, who have supported our campaign wholeheartedly every step of the way. It's great to see Jack Dromey here, another MP, and what we really hope is that we can bring all our MPs together who support our campaign to really get things going in Parliament. We're lucky in that our head teachers were willing to unite with each other and with us, to work with us, to put their own heads above the parapet with the aim of reversing these appalling cuts. Our coalition with them has enabled us to communicate with tens of thousands of parents across our city quickly and easily. Over the months, as parents, we've been able to build relationships and alliances locally and nationally. My message to all heads and to all teachers out there is wherever you have parents who show willing, build these allegiances. My message to parents is talk to your heads, talk to your teachers, build this powerful alliance that will become an unstoppable force for change. I have twin daughters in year 4, two beautiful little individuals who have inquiring mind and are keen learners, and who, given half the chance, are endlessly creative, inventive and resourceful. My daughters are also vulnerable. In their 8 short years, they've had to deal with far more than most of us adults have ever had to deal with. It's thanks to the extra care, the extra help and understanding from some wonderful support staff that my daughters are truly flourishing at school. In too many schools, that support has already disappeared. In most others, it's disappearing fast. That is a national disgrace. Sorry. We want an education system where every child matters, where every child can joyfully tap into their potential, regardless of what life has thrown at them. We want an education system where all their gifts can come to fruition, so that in the end our society as a whole can benefit. But to have a society that functions well in this highly complex world, our children need schools that are properly funded, where head teachers are not having to choose between axing staff and asbestos removal from classrooms, where they're not having to choose between losing languages and art or design and technology from curriculums, where teachers don't have to bring in paper and glue, mow the playing fields at weekends, or ask parents to come and fix their canteen roofs, where teachers, because of the stress of the cuts, are not abandoning the profession in droves, and where support staff can continue to support the most vulnerable children. For our society to function well, we need a government who sees value not in the stream of half-lies and smokes and mirrors we've been subjected to, but in listening to our teachers, who've been telling them for years that the cuts to education funding are damaging our schools, our children, and our future. We parents have had our wake-up call. It's time for the government to have theirs. We don't know whether some in the government believe their own ridiculous rhetoric or are cynically trying to manipulate us with their inadequate funding announcements and tedious litanies about efficiency savings. We don't know, and actually we don't care. We've woken up, we're a movement, and we will remain fully awake, fully vigilant, fully engaged, and there will be more and more and more of us until finally the government will have to listen. What is brilliant is that we're all here today, parents, teachers, support staff, union representatives, councillors and members of Parliament. We're here today together to demand our elected government fulfils its duty to our children and to our schools. We will not stand by and watch our children become the lost generation. We will continue to speak out against the cuts being inflicted on state education, won't we?
Yes!
So please, tell your stories. Shout them out loud at www.saveourschools.uk. I hope finally the government are listening, because we're only going to get louder and louder and louder until our voices are heard and our demands are met. Parents, teachers, support staff, unions and right-thinking MPs, together we are awesome. Together we are unbeatable, and together we will win.
Yeah.
And as we're all now here together, can I ask that we demonstrate our strength and unity for all to see and to hear? Please join me in chanting, fund our schools, fund our future, fund our schools, fund our future.
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 Thank you. And now, just before we all get totally drenched, I'd like us all to sing our Save Our Schools anthem together. As Kate mentioned, we had the blessing of Sting to produce this last year. We're also going to be doing a mass recording of it at the Dome in Brighton later this year, to which all children in Birmingham are cordially welcomed. We hope to have Sting video linking into that one. So yeah, if we can hit it, we'll...
Send an SOS to the world. Now send an SOS. that someone gets out.